It's the postseason. The Final Four has been established. From the Northeast region, the Indianapolis Racers. From the Southeast region, the Charlotte Monarchs. From the Western League, from the Southwest region, the Houston Oilers. And from the Northwest region, the Seattle Cascades. I'm about to preview the upcoming League Championship Series. The Eastern League Championship Series, Indianapolis Racers versus the Charlotte Monarchs, and the Western League Championship Sim, the Houston Oilers versus the Seattle Cascades. The winners of these two sims will face each other in the World Sim for the championship of the National Baseball League. There is no interleague play, so it will be the first time these two teams will have faced each other. The Eastern League Championship Sim will begin in Charlotte on Tuesday, October 10th, 1972. Indianapolis starter Andy Messersmith will get the nod. 12-12, 2.80 ERA on the season. And he will challenge Charlotte starter Tom Seaver. 15-14 on the season with a 3.12 ERA. Game 2 will follow in Charlotte, featuring Siebert versus Lemons. Games 3, 4, and 5, if necessary, will be in Indianapolis. Game 3 will feature Charlotte starter John Matlack, who won 22 games this year and has an ERA of 1.85, against Rick Wise, 12-12 with a 3.52 ERA. Game 4 starters are scheduled to be Luis Tiant for Charlotte. He was 18-9 with a 2.17 ERA. And Ken Holtzman for Indianapolis, 15-12 on the season with a 3.37 ERA. If necessary, the game 5, 6, and 7 starters are scheduled according to the rotations. These two teams split the season series 7-7. Indianapolis scored 703 runs, which was first in the Eastern League. Charlotte scored 606 runs, third in the Eastern League. The runs against, Charlotte was second in the Eastern League with 502 runs against. Indianapolis allowed 624, which placed them 7th out of 10 in the Eastern League. The Western League Championship Sim will begin on October 11th, Wednesday, in Seattle. For Houston, Don Gullett will get the start. He won 20 games, 20-8, with a 2.12 ERA. For Seattle, Bob Moose will get the nod. He's 13-12 on the year with a 3.02 ERA. Game 2 will feature Houston starter Jim Palmer, 14-13 on the year, 2.57 ERA. Versus for the Cascades, Steve Busby, 14-11 on the year, with a 3.27 ERA. The series will shift to Houston and the Oiler Dome for games 3, 4, and if necessary, 5. Game 3, Seattle will send Skip Lockwood, 13-10 with a 3.21 ERA. Versus Houston starter Mel Stottlemyre. He was 6-10 on the year with a 3.14 ERA with Salt Lake. With Houston, he was 6-3 with a 2.10 ERA. Game 4, Seattle will send Jim Willoughby, who was 2-2 on the year with a 3.69 ERA. And Houston will send Mickey Lolich. For Houston, he was 4-8 with a 2.77 ERA. Games 5, 6, and 7, if necessary, will feature the pitchers according to the rotation. Games 6 and 7 would be in Seattle. These teams also split their season series 7-7. Seattle scored 691 runs, which was second in the Western League. Houston scored 556 runs, which was 8th out of 10 in the West. They allowed 510, which was second in the West, Houston. Seattle allowed 575, which was 5th out of 10 in the Western League. These numbers are the records against the other team. Okay, let's take a look at the teams. The rotation is set, a 4-man rotation featuring Messersmith, Wise, Holtzman, and Siebert. Clay Carroll is the stopper. He's got 18 saves on the season with a 2.81 ERA. John Morris in the bullpen has a 1.36 ERA. So a good, solid pitching staff. 5 players with double-digit home runs. Dusty Baker with over 100 RBI. Billy Williams with 85. Perez with 76. They're a good hitting team, a good pitching team. Charlotte had the best record in baseball. Five players in double-digit home runs. No one with more than 60. Wait, we got 76 RBI. Reggie Scheinblum. One with more. Matlack was the pitcher of the year. I don't know if those awards have been given out. So a solid starting rotation and a solid bullpen. Ramon Hernandez, 1.61 ERA, 12 saves. Ted Abernathy, 17 saves, a 2.00 ERA. Bill Grief, 1.59 ERA. So they've got a pitching. It'll be tough for Indy to score on these guys, according to these pitching numbers. Charlotte is 9th in batting average. So we see if they can, if the pitching will keep it close enough where the anemic bats won't matter. You can win 1-0. It's allowed. But we'll see what kind of series this shapes up to be. In the Western League, Houston bench with 34, Kingman with 23. He's only hitting 192. But he's been clutch all season. And he's got about 20 stolen bases. I think they show me that here. The starting rotation is excellent with Gullett and Palmer, Lolich and Stoudemire. The closer, Gladding, 25 saves. I think that might be the most for the Western League. Diego Segui, they traded for him. He's in there. Another guy with 2. Bill Gugolowski, he's got a 2 ERA. Paul Lindblad, he's got a 2 ERA. Bruce Del Cannon, a 3. How'd that get in there, right? Very solid pitching for Houston. And with Lou Brock, about 40-something stolen bases. Let's see here. 47 stolen bases. Kingman's got 20. So, yeah, there's still some bases. Nettles hitting 206. Been very low, but this is better than he was. He was hitting $1-something. So when you got 2 guys doing that, but here they are with Pontek hitting 209. But here they are challenging Seattle for the Western League pennant. Bunbury, the league's leading hitter, 322, 12 homers, 69 runs batted in. Robinson's got 28 home runs. They're not big home run hitters, but Torrey with 102 RBI, Robinson with 90. They can score runs. Their pitching is not as stellar as Houston. Everybody's got a 3 here. Moose, Busby, Lockwood, Willoughby. They're tough competitors. Darrell Knowles with 19 saves, but a 3 ERA. Couple of 1s. Al Harabowski is good. Fred Holdsworth is good, 1.59. Bobby Bolin, 2.59. So let's see who will hold up here. It's a 7-game series to win the league pennant. Seattle's pretty much tops in offense and defense. Second in run score, second in batting average, second in on base, second in OPS, third in batting WAR, second in OBA, fourth in home runs, second in stolen bases, fourth in home runs. First in base running. Ninth in zone rating. That's low. 9 out of 10. Don't want errors to get in the way. Okay. So game 1 will be played later today. That's the plan.